Hello everyone, welcome to another video. Today we're going to discuss one of my games that I played earlier today, I think about 2 hours ago or maybe 4 hours ago. So let's check out the game and jump straight into it. Before we start the video and this game, please I would like you to click the like button, subscribe and comment on the video if you have any feedback to give me. Let's check out this game. So one last time I played it on Lichess. So the game started with e4. As you know, I love this move so much. It protects two squares here in the center. It gets more space here. The bishop and the queen are open up to develop. He played c5, which is called the Sicilian defense. The idea is to stop me from playing d4. Usually here, if we go back, I would like to play d4 and get a center, but c5 stops it. I have knight f3 with an approach of protecting the center of a knight, and e6 just to maybe develop the bishop somehow and to control the center for himself. d4 with my knight protecting the pawn. We swapped off on d4, and as you can see, I have a nice powerful knight here. Knight f6, which attacks this pawn, and it's starting to get a bit annoying for me. I went f3, which is a sound move. By the way, if you notice one thing, it does weaken this diagonal, but he hasn't got any way of getting his queen there. His knight's in the way. d6, and now let's take a look at this position and evaluate it. As you can see, I have two bishops both opened up, and basically I have more space in the center and my pieces are more advanced. And if you look at his pieces, they look slightly cramped, but his center looks very strong and hard to break and very intact. And it kind of controls a lot of squares. So it's kind of making like a barrier here. Let's continue with knight c3. So just a natural move. a6. So as you might know, he's playing a Scheveningen structure, which is characterized by these moves with the pawns. a6. The idea is really he wants to put his queen on c7 without my knight jumping in there. So bishop e3, knight c6, queen d2. I want to castle and launch my pawns and throw them at his king on the king side. Bishop e7. Now, as you can see, he might have gone a heart attack from all these arrows, but what black wants to do is he wants to castle. So let me just show you. Give me one sec. There's a different feature that I learned on ChessBase that shows one side just making moves. Basically, bishop e7. Black wants to go castles. b5. Okay, here b5 kind of gives up the knight, but he doesn't want to do it in this exact order. I kind of made a mistake in my note inputting. I think queen c7 before b5 is better. Anyway, he wants to go bishop b7, rook c8 on this file. This square is very important, as you'll see. Knight here. Now he has these few ways to get here. Also, this knight can access b6 and then here. So if we go forward a bit, knight ends up on that square, and after white takes, the pawn takes, and this file is open. A rook can come there, a queen can come there. And keep in mind, my king is going to be on that square, and it's going to be very frightening. Anyway, let's go back to the main line in the game. So here I castled long. He castled short, so two normal moves in a row. And now g4, starting an attack on the king side. So now I'm playing h4, h5. Maybe not that, maybe g5, then h4, h5, g6. So let's continue a few moves. Knight d7 is a bit slow, but perhaps he is trying the idea that I showed earlier with this and this square being controlled. So g5, sorry. Knight takes d4, bishop takes d4. As you might notice, I hung a pawn, and it was definitely a mistake, but because it was a blitz game, it was a 5-minute blitz game. But if we continue after f4, bishop h6, it looks like I have a good position, because here, I mean, he has won himself a pawn, but one thing is that it's kind of weak um, after the next few moves. It will be a bit of a weakness. And secondly, I have another file, an avenue for my rook to attack. So the game continued like this. Bishop e3 to nullify this pin. e5. Then I just rushed on with f5. We swapped off bishops. He might as well swap off, because why would he even allow me to take? What might happen is I would take, and then he would have to have doubled pawns, and I could take it. So that's why, if we go back into the game, bishop takes, queen takes. Now that, as I said earlier, this pawn becomes a weakness, he found a nice way to defend it with knight f6, where the queen stops my rook from getting there. And rook g1 with this idea. Sometimes I've sacrificed on g7, but my main idea is to put my queen on g5 or g3 and double up on that file. He went king h8, and now I have to do something with this bishop. I found a nice way to utilize this weakened diagonal. I went here. The idea is, when I play queen g5, say I did it now. Let's just say I did queen g5 now, and he is forced to play rook g8. Well, this pawn is hanging. It's hanging, and my bishop just takes it. That's my idea with this bishop c4 move. He went queen e7, which overprotects the pawn. Then I continued with queen g5, threat of checkmate, as you know here. Oh man, I messed up the arrow. That's better. Rook g8, and now I'd like to pause video. This isn't an immediate knockout blow tactic. It's just like a initiative type of tactic. Find the best move in this position, or the best plan. I'll give you a clue. You have to transfer a piece from the queen side to the king side. Pause it now, please. The move is rook to d3. So this tactic, not tactic, but this kind of idea is called rook lift. It's where your rook has to go forward and then sideways just to get to the other side. The reason why I want to put it there is because it's on the same line as the king here, and that becomes dangerous. Let's continue h6, and that was kind of like a mistake or error, because the pawn created a weakness. Rook here. Now I threaten some sacrifices. For example, say it was my turn to move. I would probably play like knight d5 or something, or rook takes h6. I don't know, but h6, rook h3. He went king h7, which is a wise move, protecting the pawn, overprotecting it. And now, I would like you to pause the video and try and find this move. It's a winning move. Whatever you play, you basically win, no matter what. Please pause it now and try and have a go so that you can learn something. The move is knight to d5, double exclam. If you found that move, then congratulations, you're absolutely brilliant. The idea is that my threat is rook takes h6 with a check, and after pawn takes, obviously the king can't take as my queen is guarding, so pawn takes, knight check, and if king h8, well, that's a checkmate. Now you have to say goodbye to your king. If queen takes f6, obviously you can take the queen, he takes your rook, and it's just a game, but by the way, you just gotta checkmate in one. Imagine a real game if someone actually did this. They would make the game like much longer, because this game would go on for long. I mean, this is still completely dominating for white, but it's not a checkmate in one. A checkmate in one is like much easier to play. So let's go back. That's basically my threat after 95. Let's look at bishop d7, which is one of the only moves that doesn't run into a checkmate. But then I just take the queen, and what kind of position is black in? It's just terrible. If queen f8, then I do check. check, check, and mate. Extra credit for whoever can guess what kind of mate this is. It's called an Arabian mate, where the king's in the corner. Another type of Arabian mate is if this rook was here on this square. That would also be Arabian mate. Probably a more common one. Back to the game. So in the game, he actually played knight takes d5, which is the most natural move, saying, "Oh man, you blundered your knight. Takes, and you're losing." And indeed, white is losing in this position, but he missed the point of knight d5. Please pause now and try and find the next move. This move is absolutely brilliant sacrifice. Not everyone can spot it. The move is this one. Amazing. And takes, and that's a checkmate. That's how the game finished. What a beautiful finish for a game like that. Hope you enjoyed that game, and have a nice day. Please like, subscribe, comment, share with all of your friends, and stay at home, stay safe, and that's it, guys. Thanks for watching this video. Have a great day.